All right, let's go ahead and let's learn how to add a drawbridge and a moat around our castle. So this is where it starts to get kind of fun with this. Now, it's already starting to look like a castle, but right now it just kind of looks like a box with some bricks and some wood texture on it. So let's draw a bridge, though, from our door. Now, what we want to do is take this point and this point, the bottom corners of our door, and let's line them up with the vanishing point on the left. So watch how I'm going to do this. Take your pencil, put it on that point. Now, make sure your ruler over here is touching that vanishing point. And what you're going to do then is you're not going to draw it to the vanishing point. You're going to draw it away from the vanishing point. Like that. Now, it's still going there. It's still pointed there, but it's not being drawn through the castle. Now, do the same thing on this side right here. You're going to, let me zoom in just a little bit. There we go. Connect that to the vanishing point on the left. And then draw that away from the castle. And you can make it go off the page if you want. Maybe I'll do that. Why not? All right. So there we go. Now we have a correctly drawn path. But let's make this look like wood. Okay? So what we want to do is, let's go to this line right here. And what we want to do is we want to make little tick marks like we've done before. Evenly spaced apart. And you can make them as wide as you want. If you want really skinny planks, put them closer together. But to me, this looks pretty good. That's absolutely fine. And now, once you've made these marks, you want to connect them to that vanishing point on the right. So look what I'll do. Put your pencil on the point. Connect it to the vanishing point on the right there. And draw it to the edge of your bridge. And you have to readjust your ruler each time. Once you get the hang of it, it kind of gets fun. It's like riding a bike. You never forget. And there we have it. Now, that's already starting to look more interesting. All these lines we drew go to that vanishing point up there. So make sure your lines are drawn correctly. Now, let's draw, let's make this look a little bit more 3D first. Now, this is where it gets kind of cool. So I want you to go to this corner right there. And what you're going to do is let's draw a vertical line down just a little bit, because that's going to determine how thick our board is. So once you drew that line down a little bit, connect it to that vanishing point on the left, just like we did at the start. And then just draw that towards the edge of your paper like that. So we just created another line like that. And then take these points right here and just draw vertical lines down. Now look at that. It's starting to look pretty three-dimensional. Now, I'm looking at this, and I think I'm going to make my drawbridge a little bit shorter because it's going to be taller than the castle if it was pulled up really quick. So I'm actually going to erase some of these really quick. And I'll explain why in a minute. Now, if you do that, you might notice that the edge of this doesn't quite look right anymore. So let's zoom in on that really quick. So what I'm going to want to do is take this corner and just draw a little vertical line down, and then connect that corner to that vanishing point on the right. So it'll kind of look like that. And it's okay if it's not perfect right now. Now, if we want this to, well, let's do something first before we draw the chains. Now, this door is open, okay? So let's draw the opening. So all we want to do is take this corner that we already started at and connect it to the vanishing point on the left. And draw that into the building a little bit. Now look at that. We can see the path into the castle. That's pretty cool. It starts to look really three-dimensional. You can, draw more wood planks if you want, but, maybe you want the inside of the castle floor to be made out of stone. So you could, fill that with all sorts of little tiny circle shapes to represent, cobblestones maybe. I don't know. Now, here's something else that's cool. Look at the wall. Let's make that wall look a little bit more realistic. So these points right here, where our texture lines meet the door frame, connect them to the vanishing point on the left. So check this out. Put your pencil on the point there. Connect it to the vanishing point on the left. And draw it to the edge of the door. Readjust your ruler each time. And there we go. Now we can see that edge of the castle wrap around into the inside. So there we go. That's starting to look pretty cool. Two more things. If you want to add chains to your drawbridge, this is one of those things that doesn't line up with the vanishing point. Take your pencil and connect this corner to right there on your drawbridge with your ruler. And I'm just going to draw a line to kind of show you what that's going to look like. Okay? And then I can do that on the other side as well. Connect that edge of your bridge to the top corner of your doorway. And if you want to, make that line look like, a chain, you're welcome to kind of, I like to draw little circles, just little shapes like that. But you are welcome to keep it as a line. It's totally your call. Now, last thing, if you want to add a moat around this, because what's the point of a drawbridge if it's on the ground? Okay, well, we know a moat is a body of water that surrounds a castle. So over here, right under my horizon line, I'm going to kind of draw kind of like a big oval. I'm going to kind of have it meet, right there, not quite at the edge of my bridge, and then just kind of have it loop back around. Now, this is water. This is all the land. So, you could fill your water with little creatures, sea monsters, crocodiles. You could draw cattails and all sorts of cool things on there. But there we have it. There's our drawbridge. We've got our moat. We've got our castle with windows and bricks, and it's really starting to come together. So get ready for the next step.